Alright. Monza. Yeah, Monza. The Temple of Speed. Me finally commentating after a few races where there is no one to really race on McLaren, and as well lacking drivers. We're finally getting actually a decent amount of drivers somehow. Actually getting a decent amount of drivers. Just get some phones done. And my controller, okay, it's good. It's good. Alright. Monza. Italy. There are gonna be those pings. Whatever. I don't know, I can't see anything. I won't be able to see anything in them. But yeah. For the third time I'm saying Monza, Italy, Temple of Speed. One of Italy's most historic tracks. Panda can get his 6th win in a row here. I mean, this is easily he's setting a new record in terms of most Grand Prix won in a row probably in this league. I doubt that anyone has. Virtuoso Racing Series. Okay, thanks that I'm your hero, but no, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know you. I mean, thanks for that. I don't know you, but thanks for that. If you want to explain me who are you, then please do. Not like it. Not I'm saying that I don't know you like in a bad way, but just like I genuinely don't know you. But by that name, I don't know you. Virtuoso Racing Series. First time hearing that name. Really. Sorry, but it's actually first time. I don't know. Ah, okay, Josh in it. Okay. Okay, it is Josh in it. Okay. Then we good. It's just that first time that I hear that name in it. Yeah, first time that I ever hear that name. It was a racing series. No clue what that was. I mean, a league probably. Some sort of, I'm assuming. And yeah. Good grid. We have both Red Bulls, both Ferraris. Rex apparently missing. So we have Lion in the Merc. And Jamie, the Red Bull TP, driving for Alpine. Tomos for Alpine as well. Haas reserve of Jace. Then Aston Martin of Suzuki and Joshua, both reserves. I mean, Bass can be joining later maybe. Or maybe even now he has joined. No, not yet. Said that he's gonna join in later. We'll see what is gonna happen with Josh. But yeah, Suzuki is gonna be in there in the Aston Martin. Then Alfa Romeo, Jacob, and Jacobo. Let me just call him Jacob or something like that. Jacob, whatever is gonna come in first in my mind. And in peak, McLaren, Liam, and Zach, my boys. Then AlphaTauri, no one. And then Williams, we have Ryan and Donnie. Finally getting this league back up into the racing side. More drivers, at least for Monza. Good to see. Now I can as well commentate. When both of my drivers are in there. And as well that we have actually like good attendance this week, so I can commentate happily. even if either Zach or Liam couldn't make it, then I would probably take Jamie then in there. Is something, someone's left. What was that? Ah, Josh. Either he has been kicked or disconnected, but we're still waiting. So much. 18. Oh no, Josh just went down to 12. Sorry, because Bass is gonna join me quali. We have sprint race as well. Yeah, Travis meant to ready up. I think everything is good. Strict, yeah. Yep. Formation lap off. I think it should be alright. Everything good. So we move into short qualifying, not full quali. And there's Bass. Just as we went in, there's Bass. So we have 19 drivers in. Few reserves like Jay, Suzuki, Jamie, Josh. I think that's all the reserves basically. I mean, technically as well Leon, but he just went. But he'll be racing today anyway, from just not in Alpine, in the Merc. Alrighty, and there's Rex. So, well, this is gonna get interesting because Rex was supposed to drive in the Mercedes. He's a Mercedes full-time driver, and now his only option is AlphaTauri. So Jamie is gonna have to go down. I don't know, what are we gonna do? Is Rex just gonna have to? What do we do? Rex is gonna be fuming as well as Zach, because Rex is Zach's mate, his friend, Brazilian friend. So interesting, but wet it is for Inters as projected. Peak for the wets, interesting. Like though said clearly that it's supposed to be for the Inters, but I guess Peak wants to go for the wets. Josh, first driver to go out on track. Honestly, Josh Tomo, Josh Nader, and Joshua should be in one team. One being Josh Nader being the TP, I'm assuming, and then Josh Tomo and then Joshua being the drivers, and it would be called Team Josh instead of, because Josh and then TP Josh. For God's sake, it should be like that. Either in the Mercedes or whatever team, even AlphaTauri. Although that wouldn't be probably the greatest for all the drivers, because, for example, Josh Tomo is a great driver, but then Joshua is, I wouldn't say isn't, but just doesn't have the same speed as Josh Tomo. Beak out on track on the wets, interestingly, on the wets, the only one on the wets. Donnie as well, Jay and Ryan, and the second Red Bull. Red Bull. Let me just get the volume. Second Merc out on track. One of the Red Bulls as well. One Haas. So there are a few drivers out there on track. We'll be going with Josh with his lap, as he's the first. Or is he gonna invalidate? No, he hasn't. So we go with Josh on the flying lap. Peak hasn't hit it. We'll see what his pace is gonna be. Into turn 1, braking just before 100-meter board. Going a little wide into turn 1, compromising that turn 2 entry. And then turn 2 exit is very crucial for this Curva Grande long corner, which is taken easy flat almost in every single car. Now into the second chicane. I forgot the name of it. Taking the inside curb, not taking the sausage curbs though. And it was very good chicane. Now into the first Lesmo. Decent, taking the curbs. And then into the second Lesmo. Good apex, taking the outside curb on the limits. No DRs open. And now focusing on Ascari, there is one of the Red Bulls letting him through. And into the Ascari 59.2. Very careful here that you don't invalidate and don't spin with your probably dry setup. Yeah, because qualifying is just one thing, but then sprint and the race are going to be dry, and you're going to be anyway running pretty low. Downforce through Parabolica, very good. And the most important thing, he did not spin. And Josh through the line of comments, he goes P1 129.091. Peak behind him, what's his time going to be? 129.857. Then I have no clue who the hell is next. It's one of the Williamses. It's Donny. He's looking for a P1 and he goes P1 128.555, and he goes personal pole position for now. So no, line on a flying lap, 58.068. So he's looking for a personal pole position. He got a little slipstream from Josh, not his teammate Josh, going into the parabolic, a little bit missing the apex on the entry, but shouldn't have lost too much time. And he goes P1 over a second out of Donny, 127.591. Then Ryan invalidated his time, Jacobo the next, but he's not on a flying lap. Panda on a flying lap behind Josh, who is on a flying lap, I'm assuming. Liam, just don't bin it, please. Panda going into the Parabolica. Let me just check his jet. No, that wasn't Jade. That is Zara. But anyway, Panda, ooh, a little bit sliding on the exit. Josh let him through, and Yusuf is out. Oh. Amazing. I think that's gonna be a red flag, no? Because Panda's time hasn't even showed up for me. Yeah, no one's times are registering. Wait, let me just check Discord. Is it a red flag? Because when the host leaves, it just causes mass amount of problems, and it's just all the time saying migrating host. I think it's gonna be a red flag, no?
Ferrari are the only team to have raced in every single season of Formula One. Max Verstappen managed to finish 81% of his races on the podium in 2024. Still though, Michael Schumacher holds the record for points. When in 2002, Schumacher finished on the podium in every race.
Yeah, it's red flag. Amazing. It is a red flag. Amazing. Like always. Yeah, I think it's just because Leon and Josh filled up their drivers' seats. There's the in. now Rexy can take his spot. Oh yeah, because of the yeah. Should I just join Pandas, Liams, and Pandas and Liams group? That would be interesting. Yeah. Just waiting. Waiting. Going into Q1, or not Q1, but qualifying one. Okay, I shouldn't run that because I'm gonna get copyrighted. Alright, second try. For the Second try in this time actual spots. Josh down to AlphaTauri, Rex back to Mercedes, Bass into Aston Martin, Jamie down to Haas, Leon down to Alpine, and Jay's down to AlphaTauri. And the first AlphaTauri is out there. It is Jay's. This is a no. Peak is not on the wets. Then it is gonna be Leon. Anyway, Leon. And then Peak. Then one other. Then Josh. Then Josh again. And as well with Ryan. And then Zach. Then another McLaren, that is Liam. Aston Martin, that is Suzuki. Okay. Yeah, you get the points. Drivers coming out quick. Yusuf as well out there. Monkey coming out. Then Rex coming out. Both the Red Bulls are still in the beat box. I'm gonna go with, I think, J for the first Q1 lap. Yeah, oh, what's happening in there? In that? Oh, ooh la la! Yusuf and Ryan make contact, I believe. And Ryan is already out of qualifying. But from the angle that... this looks rather interesting. It is very interesting what happened in there between Yusuf and Ryan. Very interesting what happened with them. I mean, Ryan is already out. Yusuf has front wing damage, so he's gonna have to pit yet again. But this is rather interesting. There's a massive amount of traffic in turn 1 as well. It's like proper real F1. Look how much people are there in turn 1. What is this? What is this? Through turn 1, you're going through a minefield through there. I mean, Jay had to go through there, and I think some other people that are on the laps that had to go through there. It's an absolute landmine. It's an absolute traffic paradise in here. What is happening? Well, Leon losing it a little bit in turn on the exit of Ascari. Jay's on a flying lap still. 59.0 through that second sector I saw, and now focusing on the Parabolica, or now it is called Alboreto. Throwing that good inside Leon at a 129.068, but Peak immediately goes P1. 128.159. Jace goes second, 128.780. Josh goes second, 128.344 behind the Alfa Romeo, as Zaki goes P1, 128.031. Jesus Christ, there are so many drivers on their finishing laps and everything like that. We'll go with just Suzuki. It's gonna get a little, not actually really impeded. Suzuki is going to go through the line, and he goes P1, 127.862. Liam goes 7th, 131.530. Then Josh's teammate hasn't validated, Rex hasn't validated. Monkey on a flying lap, but it's a pretty terrible flying lap, but he's just only preparing for another flying lap, I'm assuming. Then there is the first of the two Red Bulls coming up. It is the Max Verstappen of this league, Panda 200 Junior won 5 races in a row or 6 races in a row, I can't remember. And he comes through the line, he goes P1 over a second, almost exact a second ahead of Suzuki, 126.865. I'm gonna die. Then the second Red Bull of Morris is gonna go through the Parabolica, and that should him be in P2. Yes, it is. Second, 127.365, exactly a half a second behind Panda. So it's good for the Red Bull to not show the same pace that Red Bull have showed in Singapore in real life. Rex on a flying lap. There was as well Josh, I think, starting flying. There are way too many drivers out there, and I cannot keep up with everyone. Way too many drivers. Bass goes P7. Tomo P10 has a little bit of a moment on the exit of the turn 2. Turn 1 to chicane. Yusuf on a flying lap. Monkey finishing his flying lap. Rexy goes P2. Monkey goes P4 with 127.741. Rexy second with 127.252. Panda, is he improving on his lap? No, he isn't, because he's not actually on a flying lap, really. And neither is Morris. Josh is improving on his flying lap. Is Donnie improving on his lap? Yes, he is, but only marginally. A little sliding through that Ascari. Doesn't suit the Williams, that Ascari, a lot. I think Josh has backed out of his lap. Yes, he has backed out of his lap. And what is going on again with the Ferrari of Yusuf? Just not going anywhere. Not driving. Jacobo is gonna finish his lap, and he goes P14, 129.446. Then Jamie is improving by 2.5 tenths. Has he found more time for that third sector? Yes, he has 7.5 tenths gained, and he goes P9, 128.715. Then it is Rexy, but he's not on a flying lap. Yusuf not on a flying lap. Then behind them, Zaro is not on a flying lap. He's going to be starting his flying lap. Maki not on a flying lap. Is either of the Red Bulls on a flying lap? Boris is on a flying lap, improving on his lap. Marginally, but throughout the first sector, you cannot really gain that much, other than first 2 corners. And the exit of it. Second, no, that's 1 second off. Panda is improving on his lap, 3 tenths up on his time. But no, he doesn't go into the pits, and he's going to finish his lap, and he even further improves his time to 126.394, showing his dominance, asserting dominance, and just cannot give two Fs what is happening behind. Refusing to elaborate, let's just say. Jacobo letting through drivers, then Peak on a flying outlap. Josh on an outlap. Bass is that improving on his flying lap by 2.5 tenths through that second sector. Has he found more time through that third sector? Let's see. There's a lot of time to gain through that third sector. Let's see, has he utilized it? And he has found a lot of time, 6 tenths quicker on his time, and he goes P7, 128.157, and Josh goes P7, 128.146. It's so close between Peak, Bass, and Tomo. It is 13 thousandths between them only. Yusuf is gonna be improving on his flying lap on his time, and he goes P4, 127.623. Rex not on flying lap, and he goes into the pits. Panda, I think the same thing. Morris probably the same thing. Leon on a flying lap. Yes, he is half a second up. Has he found more time for that third sector? Yes, he has. 127.886, showing why he should deserve that top 5 now seat. Because it is McLaren, Mercedes, Aston Martin, Ferrari, and then Red Bull, showing why he should deserve it, and showing as well why he should get that. His teammate Tomos is gonna start his flying lap. Then Peak is improving. No, he isn't through a second sector. No, he's not improving. Sliding on the exit. Behind that is Josh on a flying lap. He goes P16, 129.235. Liam goes P13, 128.719. Zach goes P2, 127.075. Then the second, I think Yusuf is not on a flying lap. And Monkey is going to be starting his flying lap. Is Suzuki on a flying lap? No, he isn't. I cannot see that. Oh, 7 minutes to go. So this qualifying is going very, very quick for me. Liam improving through the first sector by 2/10. A little bit of a shit line through that chicane. Donnie's improving as Thomas has crashed out. No, he hasn't. He just retired through Parabolica. Saro is improving on his time massively by 4.4 seconds. He has no front wing, and his fastest time currently is 156.510. A amazing lap by Zaro. Sarcasm, of course. Peak, is he gonna improve on his time, or is he gonna go into the pits? He is slow on fuel and exiting Parabolica. He is gonna finish the lap, and he is gonna go P9, 127.921. Then the second Liam goes into the pits. Zach into the pits as well. Josh invalidated his time. Monkey, what about him? He's on a flying lap. Hasn't invalidated yet. Or still is on a flying lap. Let's see, is he gonna finish it? He is gonna finish it. He's gonna cross the line, and he goes P4, 127.276. Then behind is Suzuki on a flying lap. They bring through the second sector by 2.5 tenths. With that, he should be ahead of Yusuf, and he is gonna go ahead of Yusuf, 127.550. Donnie quickly, he is gonna improve to P12, 128.280. Jay, he goes P12, 128.239. And then Rex is gonna start his flying lap. Peak not on a flying lap. Behind him is Bass on an out lap. Monkey's on a flying lap. Looks to... I wanna see his lap. Well, not anymore. I was gonna try and look at his lap. Is he on a flying lap? But no, he's not. Or is he pushing on his lap? But he isn't. Rex is improving. No, he isn't through the first sector. 55 thousandths down on his time. Anyone? No, wait, is Suzuki on a flying lap? No, he isn't. Suzuki's there. Let's just go with Rexy. No BS really with trying to look for other drivers who are on the laps, because there are none really. I mean, there are really none. Rexy going into the Ascari has found time, a 10th up on his time. He should be close to his mate Zach. If he finds more time through this third sector. Now going into Parabolica, yellow flags, but it shouldn't affect him anything really. Through Parabolica, nice and tidy. No invalidations, and he's gonna finish the lap, and he goes P2, 127.025, and he goes half a tenth faster than his mate Zach. Morris starts his flying lap. 3.5 minutes to go. Zara is gonna start his flying lap. Bass, let's look at he's not improving, and he has backed out of his lap. Suzuki, he's improving to the first sector by 1.5 tenths. See, can he improve more time? Can he find more time through that second sector? First Lesmo, then exiting it, and into the second Lesmo, exiting it, Very good, Les Mouse. There is not opened because of the wet conditions, of course. And second sector, what's it gonna be? Is he improving? Yes, he is. Found just a tiny bit more time through that second sector, but most importantly, he's still improving. Morris not improving as he's 2 seconds down in time. Sorrow, he should be improving, but he's not improving throughout the first sector currently. Josh, let's look at his first sector before I move on to Bass. He is improving by 2/10 through that second sector. Oh no, so sorry, it was Suzuki who goes into the pits. I mean, he didn't have much fuel. Morris not improving. He's going to be starting his flying lap. There are going to be plenty of drivers now who are going to be going out, as there's 2 minutes left in this qualifying session. At the moment, Panda on top, 7/10 or almost 7/10 faster, 6.5 faster than Rexy on his qualifying lap. Sara goes P14, 128.668. Josh improving by 7/10 through that second sector. Has he found more time through the third one? Let's see, through Parabolica. There's a that's Liam spun. Little not contact, but slide from Josh exiting that Parabolica. Lost a massive amount of time, and that's only 2/10 faster, not even 2,000 behind Tomos. He could have been ahead of Zaro, but he's not, and he is deciding to cut the chicane. Cut the chicane. Zach on a flying lap. Is there anyone really on a flying lap? Morris is on a flying lap. I'm really trying to find more drivers who are on the flying laps, but it's everyone almost is on their laps. Besides few who are on in the pits. Morris bring on his time. Going into the Parabolica. Is he gonna slide the same like Josh? No, he doesn't slide like Josh. And he's gonna cross the line to go P4, 127.154. Not really the greatest position to be, as he is behind Rexy and Zach. Zach hasn't validated it. He should have, I think, enough time to get the time done, as it takes a little bit of a cut, but he still is gonna lose. Oh, he still is gonna lose time because of it. Almost everyone is on the flanks besides Suzuki and Thomas and Ryan. It is now for me impossible to find who is on the flying ups and who is not. Josh is improving. No, he's not. Saro has retired. Then behind him it is Zach, who hasn't made it, and he's gonna stay third. His best that he can hope for is gonna be third. Suzuki as well out. Rexy as well done. Bass, where is he gonna go? P8, 127.825. Jamie is gonna stay 15th. Then behind Peak. Has he found more time? No, he's just given up. I'm assuming he has just given up. Donnie, has he found more time? Yes, he has, but he stays, actually moves up to 12th. Then behind there's gonna be a lot of drivers. Leon, Monkey 5 plays grip penalty. Interesting. Leon not improving on his time. I'm trying to find one of the drivers who are on the flying laps. Morris into the pits. Panda is still improving on his time. Monkey is still is as well improving on his time. Yusuf is gonna hold him. I don't know. Monkey doesn't improve on his time. And it's done. Just Panda is gonna smash the time of 126.238, improving his time when he didn't need to, since everyone behind him was done. Well, Josh is not done, but he's not gonna gain 3 seconds on his time. But he does go P13, which is a very good time for him. Very good time. And that is qualifying done. Monkey gets a 5+ grip penalty, so he's going to be dropping down to P10. Unless there's going to be another restart. I mean, it was collision with Josh, so it's rather interesting what happened between them. Yusuf didn't get a the goddamn grip penalty, so it's only Monkey who got the penalty. Interesting. Of course, the thing that Ryan and yeah, there are people that are not happy with their performance and what happened between, for example, Ryan and Yusuf, and then Josh and Monkey. Brazil be cooking, yes. Yeah, now we go into the sprint. No formation up, so it's gonna be just from the get-go for me. Not really warm up or anything, or like building up the thing, getting ready, but just like boop, and we go in. So I'm just gonna maybe need. I don't like this, but from one thing we get a good camera actually, an actually good camera. So yeah. Yep, there we go. 1, 2, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and lights are out, and away we go here in the sprint. Panda gets a decent start to keep his P1 alive. Josh leaves, but Rexy is already trying to pressurize him into turn 1 around the outside, but he just cannot get the turn in, as Rexy still keeps that P2 from Zach. Morris stays 4th, pretty much everything behind stays the same, but Josh drops down to P10. Leon drops down to P12 as Jace is trying to get that P10 from Josh. Yusuf gets out of Bass. Behind Josh and Jace, still side by side through that chicane. Josh is kind of made wide through they're holding up the drives behind, but Josh makes a move on and keeps the P10. Now Leon is going to try and get that P11 to himself, and he gets that position done. And Liam is going to now try and overtake Peak into the Ascari. Not the most preferable place to overtake, really. Although there is a DRS detection zone, or a DRS zone in there actually. But it's not really the best place to overtake. Oh, there's a one car going wide. That was maybe Tomos. As Ryan and Tomos are fighting, going into the parabolic. I'm just gonna put the tire detail thingy. Tomos got the P8 as Ryan went wide. And Tomos is gonna get as well Josh into on the straight. Meanwhile up front, Zach has already taken Rexy into the chicane. But they're going side by side in there. And Zach has made the move down, but Morris tried to get Rexy on the exit, but just Rexy didn't give room on the exit. Morris now gets that third, but they're still going side by side. Now with Zach, he's going side by side, and he gets both of them on the exit, or going into the second chicane. And Morris is up into P12. Monkey behind loses a place to Yusuf, as there's Tomos. I think there's massive pile up behind. What is happening in there? What is happening here? It's a massive pile up of cars. So there's like 6 cars involved in there. Peak, Tomos, Zoro, Josh, Jay, Ryan and Jacob being all involved in there. The worst coming out is Peak. I mean, pretty much everyone it is the worst coming out. George gets a 5 second for ignoring yellow flags, but just a massive pile up of 6 cars or 7 cars involved in that second chicane. Zach is gonna try and overtake Morris into turn 1, and Rex is gonna try and get himself involved in there, or maybe just stay behind and watch these two guys trying to scrap it. Morris still is trying to get that P2 back, but he just cannot get it back. And Zach moves up to P2. Now Rexy is gonna try and overtake him. Yusuf is trying to get involved himself as well. Tomos retires in the pits. Yusuf trying to overtake Rexy into the chicane right on side, and he does it, but Rexy is still there. Amazing build for cameras. Rexy loses 2 positions to the Ferraris actually on the exit. So not only that he lost P2 to Zach, P3 to Morris, but now he has lost P4 and 5 to Rexy. Not the greatest of opening laps for him. Yellow flags yet again in that chicane. People really like to the La Roja chicane, that is. I just remembered. Panda, he can grab a coffee and just sit and relax. But behind him, there's a whole lot of mayhem as Josh has joined back the session, and Morris with the DRS. He's gonna get a good opportunity to overtake Zach, but Yusuf is gonna try and overtake him as well. They're gonna probably go 3 wide into turn 1. Are they gonna go? No, they aren't. Just about. But Yusuf and Morris going side by side, and Yusuf made the move done. A little dirty, but he made the move done stick and not really like offensing anything. Ryan gets a 5-second penalty for spinning in pit lane. That him probably is gonna be out, maybe, or definitely in terms of like real fight for any points or anything. Yusuf goes wide on the exit of the De La Roja chicane, so he loses a little bit of time on Zach. Josh is up to P7. There are a few drivers that are on the mediums. Bas, Leon, and then from Jamie to Peak are on the mediums. Rest are on the softs. Ryan, I think, was as well on the mediums, but he just went for the softs as Zach gets already a 3-second time penalty. Pretty quick one, and at the moment, if his 3-second stands, he is gonna be dropping down to P6. And I think it's gonna stand because the grid position is gonna get involved in this, or maybe just after the race that is gonna get removed. And he's just gonna get P2, but he's still gonna start P6 or even P7 if Josh manages to get himself involved there, as Yusuf overtakes Zach easily into turn 1. Zach trying to get it back, or maybe just trying to scare Yusuf there. Morris goes wide on the exit into turn 2, and this causes Rexy and Monkey to fight now for P5 into the Curva Grande, but Monkey just has better straight line speed. Zach getting close to Yusuf. Yusuf knows that Zach had a 3-second time penalty, so he's probably gonna not get that removed. He can just chill and watch as Zach goes wide yet again. Yet again he goes wide. He's gonna get the DRs, of course, so Morris cannot really overtake him in the Ascari, and overtaking Ascari is not really the greatest time to overtake there, as you lose a lot of time, as Jay has spun on the exit of the La Roja chicane, causing Sorrow to go for an evasive maneuver, his teammate to go for a little bit of an evasive maneuver, but it shouldn't have caused anything too bad, or didn't cause anything too bad, as Rexy and Monkey went side by side into the Parabolica. But Rexy backs out of it, almost making contact in there though. And Zach, he's gonna now try and overtake Yusuf into turn 1 with the help of the DRS. Yusuf trying to defend himself on the inside and with the ERS. But Zach gets moved on into turn 1 and gets that P2 to himself. Rexy and Monkey still fighting for that P5, but Rexy still stays 6th. Bass overtakes Josh into turn 1 and 2, and he gets that P7 to himself back. Someone just left from the server, I guess. Tomos. So, Tomo has, so, On Master Mad is a little bit, effed in terms of the team, because of the fact that Tomos was his, full-time driver. Panda is 7 seconds ahead of Zach, casual. Yusuf closing on Zach, but again, he has backed out of. He has slowed down turn of the DRS, and just let the car go in as well, saving a little bit of fuel. Why not? Zuki gets a 3-second time penalty, and Ryan yet again in the pits. Now Zach is gonna be in big trouble, a little bit of sliding on the exit, or lot of oversteer on the exit, and he's gonna probably get overtaken by almost 3 cars. There is Yusuf. There goes Morris. Maybe even Monkey, although he's a little too far back. Zach drops down to P4. And now Yusuf and Morris fight for that P2, although Yusuf gets that P2 for himself. Monkey tried an interesting attack around the outside of turn 2 into on Zach. But it just hasn't paid off absolutely nothing. In the meantime, Morris and Yusuf going into the Delorge chicane, nothing really in here. Just Morris getting closer to Yusuf with the help of the slipstream. But Monkey's attack on Zach was very interesting. Around the outside of the Rex is flashing, while Monkey is not. He has plenty of ERS. Rex is flashing, so he is low on ERS. As Morris overtakes Yusuf on the actual straight to the Ascari. Meanwhile, at the back, Josh and Zaro fight for P15, and Josh gets that P15 to himself, although he has a 3-second time penalty. But it doesn't matter, you can still fight how much you want. Yusuf and Morris exiting Parabolica. Morris doesn't have the DRS, but that's a little bit, actually a lot more ERS than Yusuf, and he's gonna use that ERS a little bit to the advantage of the car. But Yusuf manages to overtake him easily on the straight with that help of the DRS. Bas and Josh as well fight for that P7, and Bas gets that P7 to himself. The lowest that Zach can go now is P6, because Bas is 3 seconds out from Rex even. Liam has overtaken Jamie into turn 1, and nothing really much. Jay overtakes Josh. I want to check what is happening between these three, as the two AlphaTauris have overtaken Zara. Now they go side by side into turn 1 and 2, but they don't make contact. But Josh goes a little bit interesting through that on the exit of that turn 2, giving space to Jace when he didn't really need to. Jace was quite far behind him, as Zara tries to go for a double overtake on the AlphaTauris, but he's gonna be on the inside. A little bit of contact that sends Jace into the oversteer, having to cut the chicane. They're going too wide into the Lesmo chicane, and it's Jace up into P15, Sora up into P16, as there's Zach spinning on the exit of Ascari, and very interesting spin that was probably caused by one of the drivers spinning him. Of course, not on purpose, but just getting spun round. Going into the final corner, we go 3 wide into turn 1 and 2. Yusuf on the inside, Morris on the outside, now on the vice versa on the inside. Little more contact as Yusuf and Morris have spun into the barrier, and it's a Ferrari disaster class, because yet again, and there's as well as the Martin spun, that is Suzuki and Leon just cutting the chicane. Just chaos in turn 2, but it's a Ferrari disaster class, and it's yet again 1.5 million goes there. Yet again 1.5 million goes there. Rex can get that P2 to himself now, just he needs to overtake Monkey into the Parabolica, but into Panda, basically avoiding everything. Pace, absolute immaculate, just absolutely dominating, 12 seconds out of everyone else, wins the Italian sprint race and takes the pole position for the race as well. Bas and Josh fight for a P4, they're going side by side on the exit, but Bas is going to get the better exit and he gets P4. And Zach yet again spins, no, that's again Zach. That's again Zach into the Parabolica. So very interesting what is happening with Zag being spun twice in there. Liam gets P10. Donnie surprisingly P7 from absolutely nowhere, from P12 to P7 in a Williams. Amazing for him. And there's gonna be Peak crossing line as well. Rather interesting race. sprint race, 9 laps, and we've got plenty of action, not for the lead, but for the P2 and for everything else. George gets his drive of the day. I'd say that for the drive of the day, or driver of the race, in my opinion, is Donny, because P7 in a Williams, amazing result for him. But Panda takes the W to Red Bull. Monkey gets P2, Rexy P3, Bass P4, Josh P5, Morris P6. After that contact between Yusuf and Morris and himself, Donny P7, Leon P8, even though he had a 3-second time penalty. Zach P9 after those 2 spins. Liam from P17 to P10. Jamie P11, Jacobo P12, Saro P13, Jace P14, Joshua P15, Suzuki P17 after his spin. Pete P17, Yusuf P18, Ryan P19, and Thomas is out from the league even. But it's rather interesting what was happening in the race. Just everything chaos. And we go yet again in a dry race. And there's of course many so Zach just touched the he was touching he touched twice the grass on the entrance. I wouldn't say a rookie mistake, but just a very interesting mistake. And now we go for the main race again. My throat is gonna be dead after this. And still for the Sunday I have to commentate 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and it's lights out. And when we go, Suzuki already a jump start off the line. And Panda gets again a very good start. Was Rexy yet again trying to go around the outside of him into turn 1. And there's already a spinner halfway. Goes Morris somehow at the back, and this whole lot of chaos. And there's a VSC. What has happened? Why was Morris just horizontally all of a sudden on the racetrack? Zach up into piece. What has happened, and why is it only a I mean, somehow there's plenty. How many penalties there are? Jesus Christ. Suzuki 12 second drive to end. Ryan, Saro, Tomos, AI, and Liam 5-second time penalties. Liam down to P20. Liam down to P19. What has happened in that midfield? Yusuf up to P10 from P18. What the fuck has happened in that midfield? Morris just all of a sudden was sideways, and just everything from that caused mayhem. Jay's up to P8. Jakob from P to P8. Zach to P6. Donny up into P5 from P7, and he started P12 in the sprint race. Amazing for Donny as we go green in the race. Monkey goes into the pits, but there will be many drivers going into the pits. Load of damages. There were a lot of debris, and Donny already trying to go up inside of Bass into turn 1, trying to go P4, goes wide as Bass just kind of run him off of track. And Zach goes up to P5, tried to go P4, but now he's down to P6. Yusuf tries to overtake Jacobo, who both of them are on the softs. Let me just get the lap data, and Yusuf gets in front of Jacobo into the De La Rocha chicane. Jace is going to be next, who is on the hards, and Yusuf is going to be trying to overtake him as quickly as possible, because he's going to try and take those softs to his own advantage. Not in here though. And as he's going to use a lot of ERS trying to overtake Jace in here, but Jace himself actually is trying to overtake Donny into the Ascari chicane. Side by side, there's contact between Donny and Chase. More contact as Yusuf tries to go for a switchback, and he makes a beautiful switchback on the exit of the Ascari. Not the way that you usually see it. Jacopo trying to include himself as well in there. 3 wide into the parabolic chicane. Yusuf goes wide with Jace. 3 wide on the exit now. And what's gonna happen? Yusuf, no, actually Jace in front. Then Jacopo, then Yusuf, and then Donny. They're going 2 wide. My throat's absolutely dying. And Jacopo trying to run the outside of Chase. Chase being touched by Jacopo. Now Yusuf tries to go on the move up to P7. What is happening in the midfield? The midfield is absolutely crazy. Zach tries to overtake Zach into the larger chicane, and he makes it spot on. Jay still in P6, causing off this mayhem as Donny and Jacopo make contact. That's trying Josh make a move, just cannot make it. Peak's trying to run inside. What is happening in this midfield? Donny and Jacopo still fighting for that P8. They're now 1.8 seconds behind the pack in front of them. The Yusuf and Jace, who Yusuf just overtook. Jace, they're going 2 wide, almost 3 wide into turn 2 of the Ascari. Donny makes a P8 to himself, but I think he's gonna have to let Jacopo through maybe. We will see. DRS has been enabled, so this is gonna be all out of shape for everyone, all chaos. Jacopo is not gonna have the DRS, who they're going almost 4 wide on the exit, 4 wide on the exit. And what's gonna happen? What's gonna be the end into turn 1? Peak has the DRS. Jacopo doesn't have the DRS. Peak is in front of all this pack. Josh and Ryan, Donny sending it, slowing down Josh. Peak makes move, space for Donny, but Donny doesn't make space as there's a spinner. Peak and Josh into the barriers on the exit. Similarly, like Yusuf and Morris did the same in the sprint race. And it's all over again, but just in the... It's pretty much similar, but just instead of Red Bull and Ferrari, it's AlphaTauri and Alfa Romeo. Josh and Rexy just managing their own pace, playing the team game. Zach and Bast may not do the same thing, but they'll be trying to catch up to the Mercs. Yusuf already pulled away from Jace. Now the pack has a little bit calmed down themselves, luckily, because my throat just cannot take it. I just cannot. I don't know, just all over the things are happening. Jacopo is gonna be close to Donny with the DRS. ERS as well. And DRS has been enabled now for him. And he should make the move easily. Although Donny is still trying to be in there. He's gonna try dive down inside into turn 1. He's there. Later contact. But who gets a better exit? Jacopo gets a better exit. Jacopo doesn't close the door on though. Jamie is now trying to get himself home there. Donny and Jacopo, they're going 2 wide into the Delores chicane. Jamie has a great POV from it, and Jacopo kind of lets Donny through. Jamie now tries to overtake Jacopo into the first Lesmo. And where's Jacopo gone? He has just gone into the gravel, and he's now down to P12. All of a sudden, just didn't turn into the corner and just went into the gravel trap. Luckily didn't get stuck. I mean, you can't really get stuck on the gravel trap in this. Suzuki has spun on the exit of the Lesmo, going very slowly. Interestingly, as there is a spinner. That's Josh. No, that's Jay who has spun, and there's massive amount of that safety car. What has Jay done? He was trying to come back to the racetrack, I think. But he just got whoever it was it Donnie who got himself involved in there? Suzuki has got a drive-through again. Jace has left, and that is a full course safety car. I mean, load of things has just happened. But what I'm trying to think is that Jace maybe did the same, like Suzuki has overside. I mean, to be fair, that's kind of understandable. But the thing that I'm trying to understand what Jace did, I think he did the same like Zach, tried to come back to the racetrack, but he did it in a non-safe manner, hit someone, and that someone, I think Donnie, hits him, and just took out Jace, which was none of his fault, if that's what I think, because there are yellow flags because of an AlphaTauri. Me trying to find him, and then all of a sudden there was all carbon fiber all over the place, and the safety car causes the pit. Many drivers are going into the pits. Zach trying to go ahead of Tomo, trying to get close to him. Bass doesn't go into the pits. Rather interesting. Rather surprising. Ryan, let's see, he's gonna go. Yes, he is. Thomas as well, of course. His AI. So it's interesting that Bass didn't go into the pits, because he was on the same mediums as Panda, and pretty much everyone else were on the mediums. And pretty much everything that's, I mean, I don't know. I don't see a win in this. Those hearts should go until the end of the race. And I don't know. It just doesn't seem, the strategy just doesn't seem great for Bass. It just doesn't seem right. It just doesn't see, yeah, it just doesn't seem right to do that. But anyway, Moore's down in P7, Monkey down in P8, surprisingly. They have, by the way, stayed out. Yeah, because they had their 5 seconds on that, so they had to. They have no other choices. Although they could have gone for the mediums or something, trying to gamble. Suzuki's left decision. Although they're now gambling already, because they're trying to make those hards from lap 1 till the end. They're trying to make them to the end, so that's gonna be interesting. Leon the same, Saro the same, and Jamie the same. Although I think Jamie just went back into the same hearts. This point. Let me just get through the comments. I mean, pretty interesting race going on. Just comments from Josh just have decided to double themselves, I guess. Yeah. I mean, first 7 laps of this race, and then 9 laps of... Oh, Josh has overtook Leon. As Leon has front wing damage. Interesting. I don't know from what. Josh gets a 5-second time penalty for probably overtaking Leon. And Jamie goes back into the pits. But Leon is now a little bit screwed because of front wing damage. As well, Josh, because I mean, now he can go until the end on those hards, but if he wants to get that 5-second off, then he has to take that. Then he has to make it on those hards. Safety car's not in yet, as not everyone has caught up. Still Jamie, Liam, Sorrow, George going incredibly slow, trying to impede everyone behind, which doesn't benefit Leon, who has to pit for the new wing. But it's does benefit Morris and Monkey. I'm gonna have to put the... Okay, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of this safety car on the wheel. Rexy has left. Ooh. Interesting. That sucks for the Brazilian who drives for Mercedes. Josh into the pits, Leon to the pits, and Zara into the pits. Leon for the brand new softs and for the front wing change. Zara for the mediums and Josh for the old mediums. So very different strategies. Jamie should get those 5 places to himself, or maybe at least 2. Should get Josh. Yes, he does get Josh, because you can still overtake him. They have just now gone off from the pit exit line, so whenever you are in there, you can overtake someone. You can overtake, but as well you can get overtaken when you're exiting the pits. And yeah. Now just waiting on for for the race director. Yes, there it is. Safety car is in this lap. I'm just gonna take my second controller for this little bit. Let me just turn it on. There we go. And Leon, Josh, they will need to, and yeah, they'll get them. So Bass, what is he gonna do? When is he gonna go? He's going it very slowly, like normal people would do, to be fair. Oh, there's a spinner. Jamie has a spun, and Josh gets a 5-second time. So Josh has spun Jamie, and Bass is already going. It is green flag, not yet, as Bass just decided to butcher that exit. There we have the green flags, and Panda already taking the slipstream from Bass onto the inside, to the right, and takes the lead of the race. Although he doesn't yet, because Bass has actually managed to keep that round outside, but Panda gets an amazing exit, and he retakes the lead of the race, like he probably should. Yusuf gets a 5-second time for ignoring yellow flags, as you took Zach apparently under the yellow flags. Behind Zach, they're going almost 2 wide, 3 wide. Peak has crashed out, and that's caused a full course safety car yet again. And interesting, again, another safety car, and Josh is stuck there. What the hell is Josh doing? But again, we have a safety car, and Rexy has joined, so good. The safety car actually benefits him, because yes, he has lost places. He was like behind, he was like 4th, 5th, somewhere there. Now he's 7th, so he hasn't lost too much time. I mean, he still lost time, but he hasn't lost too much time. He's still P7 and within the reach of everyone, so he still can fight for the win if he wants, of course. Bass goes into the pits. The only one who should go into the pits, Morris goes into the pits. Does Monkey go into the pits? Yes, he does. Those as well, I completely forgot. Ryan and Donnie, they'll be interesting because they're running in P6 and 7 currently. Amazing for the Williams. Just amazing for the Williams. And we'll see where they will end up. Bass, there have been a load of pitters. Liam pitting, Josh pits, Leon pits, Monkey pits, Morris pits, and Bass pits. Monkey for the hards, Morris, Monkey, Leon, Liam for the mediums, and then Josh for the hards. There's only one soft runner, and that's Tomo's AI. And this time it is again Panda who is gonna be or not actually again, because he hasn't yet. He's gonna be restarting the grid, but not yet, because we still need Josh, Liam, Leon, Monkey, Morris, and Bass in here into the queue. So probably it's not gonna be in this lap. It's gonna be on the next lap. Okay, I can just basically put my, and this time, my controller to the charging, and then turn on my actual controller that works. Just now I'll be doing this commentating thing on the, like, switching drivers on my wheel, because I can. It's gonna be very hard to do with both hands, or with one hand. Leon and Liam, they're switching places, I guess. Peak has left the session, of course, understandably. Thomas into the pits, so everyone behind them are gonna gain points, positions. Yeah. Lap 12 should be going on the exit of this lap, so we'll be starting on lap 13, or at the beginning of lap 13. And Yusuf can get that 5-second off, because technically, I mean, depends how you look at it. I mean, of course, I didn't see it. I was looking at Panda and Bass, so I didn't see it. So I can't really give my comment on this. Well, did he deserve it or not? But maybe he can get it off. Maybe he can get it off. We will see. Tomo is still catching up. Okay, I can take the controller off, I think. How much percent does it have? Apparently full. Alright. Don't trust that, but apparently full. Yeah. Safety car should be in this lap. Somehow catches up. Yes, it is in this lap. So this time it is Panda who controls the lead, and is gonna control the restart of this safety car, trying to gain as much as ER, or use as much as ER as possible. Going pretty quick for the safety car restart. Decently quick. There's big gaps between other drivers. And Panda, where is he gonna go? Safety car is still not in the pits. He is going. He's going now, full throttle. Green flag not yet. There it is, green flag. And we go at racing. Panda trying to break off the DRS. Oh, sorry, slipstream from Yusuf. Yusuf tries to go on the inside, but just cannot do it. But he then does, but then he doesn't. Josh, what has happened with Zach? He's down in P13. This is again a load of mayhem. And that's Zach down in P17 from P3. Williams is up into P5 and 6. An absolute miracle for them. An absolute amazing race going on for them. Donny keeps at P6 for Makobo. Jamie currently P8, but he's gonna get pressurized by Monkey, who's in a much better car. Ooh, almost made contact on the exit of the first Lesmo, and Monkey makes of Don into the second Lesmo. There are a load of drivers who are hungry behind. There are Bass, Morris, Liam, and Zach, who just got involved in an accident. Ryan gets in 3 seconds. That's a very unfortunate one, because he's looking so good to get P5 for the Williams, for the best track that they're at on, because this track is called for a reason, Temple of Speed. That's why you ran such low downforce. Morris tries to move up through the field, as well as Monkey, who has already overtaken Jacobo on the exit of Parabolica, but Jacobo tries to fight back him, and Monkey's trying to go for the move on Donny, but Yusuf and Panda, they're going at it into turns 1 and 2. Little bit contact on the exit, but Panda manages to get up or manages to defend that P1. The Mercs are switching places, I guess. But Panda and Yusuf, they're at it again. like they were in season 4, whatever the season was it that Yusuf was in, whatever the season was it that's race against Spinner, that is Sorrow and Liam. More of my drivers getting involved. Leave them alone. Okay, I mean, if it happens, it happens. But yeah, Yusuf's still at the back of Panda. He's still trying to get him. Monkey overtakes Donny into the... What, there is this contact between Donny and Monkey, and there's even more contact between Monkey and Morris, who was forced to go off track and cut one of the sections of the Ascari. And Monkey is now again down in P9, and he gets a 5-second time penalty for gaining a place on Monkey. And this has been enabled, but it's not going to be enabled for this straight yet. Bass already overtook Jamie. Now he's getting overtaking more Monkey into turn 1. Donny trying to defend from Morris. He's gonna push him wide like he isn't there into the gravel trap. Morris loses massive amount of time down to P10, P11, almost down to P12 behind his team boss Jamie, but Jamie is of course not gonna overtake him because it's his main driver, or actually he's gonna go at it as there's a spinner of Donny into the Delicious Canyon again. Monkey was as well going wide. Jacopo up to P6 at the moment. This all is going amazing as Bus is now down to P10 and Zach up into P11. This all mayhem is going great for Ryan, who has a 3-second time penalty, but he is currently running in P5. Monkey has already taken Jacopo into the Ascari. Leon as well the same. Jacopo just getting all out of shape on the exit and getting overtaken by Morris and Bass. Bass and Morris side by side going into the Parabolica, but Morris gets ahead behind Zach and Jacopo as they go into the barrier. Both of them out, and that's a virtual safety car. Bass getting 5 seconds up for spinning in pit lane. Now let's say, wait, is it full or virtual? Because there's a... it's a full, but it just says that's a virtual. But yeah, that is Zach and Jacopo out. For Zach it was going so great, but then all of a sudden it just went so bad. Getting involved in some interesting driving. The race that he's back, getting DNF'd by Jacopo. Happens. And Liam not doing really great in the McLaren either. All the time being outside of top 10 almost. So not going great for him either. But yeah, full course safety car. And then what do the drivers do? What will the drivers do? Will they pit? Will they, I don't know, stay out? Will they pit for wets? Whatever. We'll see what is gonna happen. Panda pits, Yusuf pits, Josh pits, Rexy pits, Ryan pits, Monkey pits, Leon pits. I mean, I think everyone is gonna pit. Morris pits. No, Josh stays out on the hards, so he's gonna take the lead of the race. Interesting strategy as well. Tomo's AI is gonna stay out, and that's a hard running 1 and 2. The other drivers going into the pits. It's interesting. Top 3: Josh, Tomos, and then Panda. So yeah. Yeah, there are already a lot of comments on the what's going on in the in the Discord server. What hasn't happening? Yeah, for Jay, I see that from Jimmy's POV that Jay just spun on himself, and then just decided to come back on track dangerously and almost take out Jamie. Jamie was super lucky to not get taken out. But yeah, it's going all chaos in the Discord. Yeah, it's going all crazy in the Discord, like I said, so rather interesting if you're there. I mean, who isn't, really? Zaid's going this lap, and it's Josh who is gonna be restarting the race, surprisingly. But he's on the 10 lap old hards. He's gonna have a buffer of Tomos, the AI. When you can tell by his inputs. I mean, who goes like that? And no one has like ADHD or something who's gonna drive like that. And Josh is already going. Interestingly, he's taking the advantage of the AI, which Panda and the rest of the grid behind cannot overtake yet, and not even for some time. They're still trying to going 4 wide on the straight, and Yusuf takes maximum advantage of it. They're trying to go 4 wide yet again, and Josh actually takes full advantage of it, going up into P2, but Yusuf tries to take that P2 to himself. And on the exit, Yusuf takes that P2. Rexy down to P15, the same that happened to his mate Zach. The same happened to him. Just the two friends cannot catch a break. What is happening? Panda trying to defend from Yusuf. Not really comfortable in this position because he's in a new place. Isn't really comfortable. What is happening otherwise? He's getting attacked from everywhere. Josh, no pace like expected on those old hards, and Josh is gonna overtake him on the straight. Is Panda gonna overtake him on into the parabolic the Ascari? No, he isn't. So he's gonna have to sit behind and watch this as he's gonna try and overtake him into here, and he takes it beautifully. Yusuf is gonna try and overtake him here and as well overtakes him easily. Leon overtakes his teammates AI. Tomos, who's much slower. Why is this Alpine, by the way, so dark? Rather interesting colors though. Morris overtakes Tomos, and Ryan is gonna overtake Tomos as well. Yusuf trying to overtake Panda into turn 1. A little bit contact. Little bit more contact just on the curb for Yusuf. They're losing a bunch of time to Josh. What penalties do they have? They have both 5-second time penalties. So what will they get? Can they get them removed? They're gonna of course report them, but can they get them removed? Who is that in the background? That is Donnie and Rexy. Rexy just cannot catch a break with a broken front wing as well. Cannot catch a break. Cannot catch a break. Josh down to P5, but overtaken by Monkey. Or sliding on the exit of the second Lesmo. Yet again, yellow flags. That is yet again Rexy and Donnie. Yet again, them two. Leon overtakes Josh into the Ascari. Josh is just dropping places like dominoes. Not the pizza place, the actual dominoes, the pieces, the playing pieces. Panda trying to take P1 from Josh into the main straight. Donnie has crashed out. Yes, he has on the Ascari. No safety car though. So, well, that's not really good for Rexy, but it's good for us because we can continue racing. And the back, Josh getting overtaken by... Oh, getting touched by Ryan. Losing time, but Ryan still P7. Did he get fully spinned? Jamie's gonna have a go on Josh as well. Going through Curvy Grande and into De La Rocha chicane. He's gonna overtake him easily in before De La Rocha chicane. Liam is the next target. And can he get them moved on? It's gonna be painfully slow. Bass is gonna try and overtake him somewhere close. Morris gets a 3-second time penalty. As Liam goes wide, that allows Bass to go through and maybe even overtake Josh into the Ascari. No, he doesn't. Josh gets a 3-second time penalty. And Bass, ooh, a little out of shape on the exit, but he's gonna get to Josh anyways into it, but not wanting to overtake him. And Liam comes out of nowhere, such is with Josh. Bass tries to take advantage of it. He's gonna take full advantage of it, and they're gonna go now too wide into the turn 1 probably. Josh has no DRS, so he's gonna get overtaken by Zaro easily into turn 1. Liam doesn't go side by side with Bass into turns 1 and 2, but Josh and Zaro they do. But Josh just with the less pace drops down to P12. There where, well, kind of was expected. Panda already 2-second lead over Josh. Absolute machine. Absolute machine. Like Holland. His countryman. He does it the same here. Just cannot be stopped. Cannot be stopped. The two Ferraris switch places as Monkey has no penalties. And Monkey, I think as well, has better pace. So Yusuf lets Monkey through. Jamie overtakes Ryan into the Ascari chicane. Liam in the points. Finally running in the top 10. But he's gonna get pressurized this time by Zaro. Probably, but later on in the race. Liam doesn't have any ERS and he doesn't have DRS on these two or these three up ahead. Meanwhile, in here at front, they're going 3 wide into turn 1 now, 2 wide into turn 1. Morris and Yusuf trying to go to third, and Morris does get a good exit, but Yusuf doesn't get a good exit as well. Yusuf gets a good exit. Just better showing speed. Although Morris tries to go somewhere, but he just can't. And Yusuf takes third. Ryan has overtaken Jamie into P1. Bass trying to overtake Jamie into the largest chicane, but just isn't a good overtaking place. That is. Panda 3.3 seconds. Just 1 second gain. Over 1 second gain on Josh. This man should be banned from like in VCC. He should be banned to race or get a race ban or something or two, because he's gonna go to win his 6th win in a row in here. Monkey close to Morris, but Morris as well close to Yusuf. Just get the Discord open quickly for the calculation of the wins for Panda. Morris and the ears open, and no usage of ERS, and he's gonna pull to the left, to the outside, but he's now on the inside, And he's safely through, not really safely through, as Yusuf tried to go up the inside, but Yusuf now gets a better exit. No, don't do it, please, again. They didn't. It was way too close. You couldn't even put a paper there, a sheet of paper. They almost made contact. Did the same thing like they did in the sprint, but they luckily didn't. And Morris is up to P3. Monkey stays 5th. Still. Let me just get the stat going on. Rexy has resigned a bit. Understandable. Liam, absolutely no pace. Yusuf overtakes Morris into the Ascari. They're going side by side through the Ascari. Yusuf losing it a little bit. And is Monkey gonna fancy a move? No, I don't think so. But Morris is flashing. Should be the same close with Yusuf. Morris is in the ahead, going into the Parabolica. And now both the Ferraris are gonna get the DRS. And Yusuf is gonna close on with the DRS. Neither of them have much of the ERS. There's gonna be a slow going for Mercedes up front. He's gonna go them very slow. Goes them go very slowly. Where's the Mercedes gonna go? There. Ooh, a very close between Yusuf and the AI of Rexy. Nothing that really Rexy can do. He did the right thing. Just that the AI are really interesting. This game, Morris trying, but just cannot overtake him. Monkey just staying behind, saving ERS to get that 5th. Oh, he lost it! He lost it on the exit of the Rogia, and he's now 2 seconds off from Morris, and now he can get attacked by Leon. All of a sudden, Leon's race just got a whole lot of interesting, because he can get P5, and even to the podium, maybe even. If users 5 seconds stay, Leon, if he overtakes Monkey, he can go up into podium places like he did in Hungary in the Alpine. Absolutely crazy. Going up to the field, Morris. Let me just get the Morris with the DRS. It's gonna be closing on Yusuf. Like the past few laps, to the left, taking the racing line, and he's gonna take that 3rd place himself. Easily done. Penultimate lap of the race. You have to think of the final lap between these two. And Leon as well. If you want to fancy a podium on track. Bass race just hasn't got brilliantly, really. Sarah is gonna get that 1 point. Williams race just went from Gooch to brilliant to kind of, well, at this point they're gonna get either 2 points or 1 point, depending if Sarah can get that, or can get that. He's gonna stay within Ryan's 3 seconds. Morris has caught up to Josh actually, and Josh has a penalty as well. So on track he might get a P2, maybe even if he overtakes him. But Morris has a 3-second time penalty though, so he won't be able to take off that. He will get, but Josh and Yusuf, they could get those 5 seconds off because of the game just being a little interesting. But Morris is gonna stay ahead of Yusuf for now, although Yusuf is closing, but isn't closing enough. He isn't closing enough on. And Josh stays 2nd, Morris stays 3rd, and Yusuf stays 4th, going into the final lap of the race. Monkey can actually fancy a P2, and Leon maybe even a P3. And actually no, because he's not within. He's just outside of Morris's 3 seconds, I think. So if he stays within Morris's 3 seconds, he can get a on-track 3rd. Depends again on Josh and Yusuf. What will they do? But now going with these 3, Morris is gonna try and overtake Josh into the Ascari, and he does it. He goes, and as well Yusuf Josh drops down to P4, couldn't do really anything. Oh, I think Yusuf almost lost it, but going to Panda, through the Parabolica we go. Absolute masterclass, nothing wrong, pole position, sprint win, and the race win with not the fastest lap, although I think he's gonna get the second race win, or the fastest lap. Monkey P2, Leon just outside of the Morris's 3 seconds, so he doesn't get even a on track podium place. Morris third, Leon fourth, Yusuf fifth, Josh sixth. Before their penalties, are they gonna get removed or not? But Panda winning it for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th time in a row this season. Absolutely asserting dominance and refusing to elaborate. Couldn't be asked to fight with anyone else. This is what happens when you have pace, and this is what happens when you don't get involved in the of the chaos. That's why you start first and not second. Monkey has finished second in the sprint and in the race, so very good race for him as well. Consistency is key, and Red Bull are gonna gain. Well, they're probably almost won the goddamn constructors at this point, but Mercedes are not so safe anymore with the constructors, because Ferrari are closing in. These are of course from round 8, because I kind of forgot to take the quality results from the race, from the thingy. But and no points for Alfa Romeo, no points for McLaren, so it stays the same here. And Aston Martin get good few points, 11 points. Amazing race from Panda, Monkey, Morris, Leon, especially Josh, Bass, from everyone that participated in the race. For some it wasn't so great because they got spun, or just they caused massive amount of problems or things, but it is what it is. And yeah, next race is gonna be Qatar, Lusail circuit. So it's probably gonna be a night race, dry. And we have ended the European strip now. Yeah, the European strip is over, and we go into the other ones, to the money tracks for 3 rounds, and then we go to the actual racetrack, Brazil, or Qatar is technically still a racetrack and not straight circuit, I guess, still, but it's meant for MotoGP. But anyway, great race. Next race is gonna be Qatar, Lusail circuit. Let's see if I'm gonna commentate, depending on if my drivers are gonna race. That's 1, and 2, if there's gonna be good attendance, that's if I have to go in for the numbers. But yeah, good race. Panda again asserting dominance, and that's pretty much it. I have no other things to add on, so we go to the next week.